I am Saikiran Reddy. I am going to discuss about the topic given for my software development methodology tech talk. And the topic is about black box testing. Let's see what is black box testing. Black box testing is also known as behavioral testing. It is a software testing method in which the internal structure or design or implementation of the item being tested is not known to the tester. And black box testing is a method of software testing that examines the functionality of an application without peering into its internal structures or workings. This method of test can be applied virtually to every level of software testing, that is for unit, integration, system and acceptance testing. It is sometimes referred to as specification based testing, and these tests can be functional or non-functional, and usually they are functional. This method is named so because the software program in the eyes of the tester is like a black box. What is a black box? So black box refers in which inside which one cannot see. This method attempts to find errors in the following categories. When there are incorrect or missing functions, we will use black box testing. And it is also used for interface errors. And when there are errors in the data structures or external database access, this type of testing is used. And black box testing is used when there is behavior or performance error or initialization and termination error. Black box testing is a software testing method which is used to test the software without knowing the internal structure of code or a program. Let's see about black box testing in detail. Black box testing is a software testing method which is used to test the software without knowing internal structure of code or program, and this type of testing is carried out by testers. For this, implementation knowledge is not required and programming knowledge is also not required. And testing is applicable on higher levels of testing like system testing, acceptance testing. Black box testing means functional test or external testing. In black box testing, it is primarily concentrate on the functionality of the system which is under test. The main aim of this testing is to check on what functionality is performing by the system under the test. Black box testing can be started based on requirement specifications documents. The functional testing, behavior testing, closed box testing is carried out under black box testing. So there is no required of the programming knowledge. Black box testing can be started based on requirement specifications document. If we see the given image, a executable program is taken under consideration and the tester will take some test cases as input and will obtain the output, and he will observe the output for the given test cases, and he will check whether the output is correct for that given test cases or not. Test cases are built around specifications and requirements, that is what the application is supposed to do. Test cases are generally derived from external descriptions of the software, including specifications, requirements, and design parameters. Although the tests used are primarily functions in nature, non-functional tests may also be used. The test designer selects both valid and invalid inputs and determines the correct output, often with the help of a test oracle or a previous result that is known to be good, without any knowledge of the test object's internal structure. Typical black box test design techniques include decision table testing, all pairs testing, equivalence partitioning, boundary value analysis, cause effect graph, error guessing, state transition testing, use case testing, user story testing, domain analysis, syntax testing, and combining technique. Let us consider an example for a black box testing. A tester without knowledge of the internal structures of a website, he tests the web pages by using a browser, providing inputs, and verifying the outputs against the expected outcome. Here, the tester who is browsing in the website This scenario is taken under black box testing. Black box testing method is applicable to the following levels of the software testing: integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Let us see briefly about each. So what is a integration testing? Integration testing is a level of software testing where individual units are combined and tested as a group. The purpose of this level of testing is to expose faults in the interaction between the integrated units. Test drivers and test stubs are used to assist in integration testing. So what is system testing? System testing is a level of testing that validates the complete and fully integrated software product. The purpose of a system test is to evaluate the end-to-end system specifications. Usually, the software is only one element of a larger computer-based system. And what is acceptance testing? Acceptance testing is a level of software testing where a system is tested for acceptability. The purpose of this test is to evaluate the system's compliance with the business requirements and assess whether if it is acceptable for delivery. Let's see what are the advantages of black box testing. Here in black box testing, tests are done from a user's point of view. Tester is free from any pressure of knowledge of specific programming languages to test the reliability and functionality of an application or software. Test is performed from a user's point of view and not of the designers. Tests can be conducted by a body independent from the developers, and the tester need not to know about the programming language or how the software has been implemented. Test cases can be designed immediately after the completion of specifications. Let's see what are the disadvantages of black box testing. This black box testing method cannot be used for testing complex segments of code, and the results might be overestimated at times. And only a small number of possible inputs can be tested, and many program paths will be left untested. And the test cases are extremely difficult to be designed without clear and concise specifications. And tests can be redundant if already run by the software designer. These are some of the disadvantages of black box testing. Hence, we studied about what is black box testing. Here, I end my presentation. Thank you.